like podcasts, but get bogged down by the monotonous themes and structures for topics? Do you tire of constantly learning useful information? Well, have no fear. We have no structure, we have no information. We just have a grand old time.
Welcome back, Christopher, to another week, the Ramble Hour. How the heck you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Be back?
I'm excited to be back. It's gonna be another solid ramble here. First thing I'd like to point out, clock now is only 12 hours off. I've made it exactly 12 hours off just to still annoy you, but still be accurate.
But I mean, I'm not annoyed. I can't see the AM or PM on your clock.
Oh, so you're good.
So 12 hours means it's dead on.
Yeah, so you're
So
you're spot on time back there.
thank you for doing that.
I changed
That's going
that.
to make this episode already 10 times better than last week.
Yeah, so we're set
12
on
times
that.
better.
I would also like to wish you a happy first day of NFL season.
Yeah, we are back. We are back.
We are not a sports podcast, and we will not be a sports podcast, and we will try and refrain from all of our sports talk, but we do participate in several fantasy football leagues.
Yep.
And so I am excited for football to be back. There's a lot of talking around it. There's a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of betting around it that you and I
Yeah.
do, just on the most random things.
Oh,
So it's a good. The next 6 months are a good 6 months in
Oh, yeah.
our relationship.
A great time to be alive for us right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Thursday night football is back. College football is back. So, I mean, pretty much football every single night of the week.
Every single night.
So, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, and we're getting into that real good season where you're getting into the sweet spot of baseball where games
Oh, yeah.
start to matter.
Yep. October's
So-
coming up. I mean, this has got to be the best time of year. I mean, granted, yeah, the weather's going to be amazing. The food starts kicking. You get the pumpkin stuff like we talked about last week. I mean, this is what we suffer through all summer for this time, and then the
Yeah.
months going forward.
yeah,
Those
I
miserable
think
summer months, worth it for this.
is for this. I think the argument that people have is what is it, April, May, June is a little bit better because you have the end of basketball and the end of hockey all kind of wrapping up into one. For me personally, it's definitely this time.
Yeah, no. No. I mean,
You know,
you kind of put your foot in your mouth when you said basketball wasn't a real sport last week. I don't jump on that wagon, but I agree. I'd rather watch the end of baseball than the beginning of it with the end of hockey and basketball.
yeah, 100%. Like, there's 162 games. It's a long season. Don't want to get overhyped in early on.
Right.
Astros could start out in third place and all of a sudden be rocking first. But who am I?
And you were down on them all year. But again, we're not a sports podcast.
No, but people are gonna have to suffer through. Sports is who we are.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so we talked Christmas movies. I wanted to talk about a show I'm watching.
Oh, okay.
So I got a recommendation from someone that wasn't you, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. You don't ever watch anything I recommend. I'm not going to get into this right now, but you never watch anything I recommend. So I wasn't even expecting you to say a show I've ever said.
Yeah, you have bad taste in TV shows. You're one of the smartest men I know, but we're bad taste in TV shows.
There we go. So what show are you watching? If it's a show that I told you to watch over 2 years ago, I'm a freak out.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's Friday Night Lights.
Okay, no.
I don't think you told me to watch it. And I got a recommendation of it, and it's a little, football, small town, teen drama vibe or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm going to watch an episode. I'm going to be like, oh, gave it the good old try and kind of roll it off my back. Let me tell you, this is actually a very good show. I've actually been like super into it.
You're locked in.
Yeah, it's been 10 days and I've watched 23 episodes.
And
And they're hour episodes, so they're the 45 minutes, not your 15 for. So it's been quite substantial on time.
wow. So I'm looking it up. There's 5 seasons. What season are you in?
5 seasons. I am almost done with season 1.
Oh my God.
So I think I'm on the last one of season 1.
There's over 100 episodes. I mean,
Yes.
it's not insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's close to 100 episodes. So if
That's
not
insane.
slightly over. So it's been great so far. Would 10 out of 10 would recommend to anyone who likes. It has a little bit of football, has a little bit of drama, has a little bit of
Yeah.
love. If your wife needs to sit there and watch it, or if you like a little bit of love in your shows. So yeah, and what was funny is, so I started watching it, right? And then we went to church on Sunday, and I kid you not,
Mm-hmm.
okay, our executive pastor stands up on stage and says, "Hey, I'm going to talk about Friday Night Lights. The show's been out for like 6 years. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you the ending of it."
No.
Luckily, I did not attend church on Sunday.
Would you sit there and you ran out? You're like, no, no.
I would have. So I casually skipped that part on the recording when I went back and watched
Oh my
it.
gosh, that's amazing.
But I was like, what are the odds that this person talks about a show that's 5+ years old and just says, you know what, like, I'm gonna lay it out for you.
That's crazy.
So that was kind of a little bit of humor going on for my side.
So would you so far we're only 20 episodes in, I get it. Well, is it ranking among top 5, top 3, top 10 of shows you've seen?
Overall,
I mean that's throwing in the Breaking Bads, the Money Heist, like all of them.
so
Game of Thrones.
So I'm gonna limit it to hour-long TV shows. So that limits like The Office and New Girl. Take them out of the equation.
No
Only hour-long.
sitcoms.
Yep. Sure. One could say that. So I think I'll stick to hour-long shows. I would say it's not within probably the top 5.
Okay.
Because
I got your top 5. I could tell you don't have to look at your pops. I can
I
tell
was
you.
gonna say everybody can't see me, but I'm looking at all my pop heads around and like, yeah, like it's like my top 5 are kind of gathered in front of me.
Okay.
In the pop head region.
Yeah.
So I would say right now it probably falls in the 5 to 10 range or 6 to 10 range. So outside the 5, but that second group of your 5. I don't know where I'd put it necessarily, but I think it would fall in there where I'm at right now.
Does it have potential to jump over any of those current top 5?
Oh Lord. So let's see.
Over the 100, over The Walking Dead.
So it would not jump over the 100.
Okay.
It would not jump over Game of Thrones.
Okay.
For sure. Could it jump over The Walking Dead? Possibly.
Okay.
Actually, probably pretty easily. That would probably be 5. It would not pass over Money Heist. I mean, Money Heist to me is 1 and always 1.
Yep.
You're gonna have to create a really good show to not be to beat Money Heist.
Mm-hmm.
So those my top 3, I guess, are kind of locked in. Walking Dead being 5 could probably come or go, depending on how I felt that day.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad would probably slide in there at 4.
Okay.
Just the way I do TV shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could pass into 5, but there's still 4 seasons, 80 episodes, 80 plus episodes.
I mean, a lot can and probably will happen.
Yeah. That it could very easily drop out of, I mean, even my top 10 real quick, Yeah. So yeah, no, it's a good show. Been watching a lot of that, spending my time doing that.
So,
but
a little more research.
No.
There are no Funkos for them currently. Would you start buying them? Are you like, so that's where I kind of like, you say, okay, could jump into the top 5. You're season 2 in. Are you going to start, if they had them, start pricing them out, start getting prepared to buy any, or do you wait and see how it all pans out?
So I think it would not be one that I would be willing to commit to yet.
Okay.
I think I need to see a minimum of 50% of the show before I commit to pops or not.
Fair.
If they had them, right, in a theoretical world. Because I think that kind of makes or breaks the show.
Yeah.
Right. It leans, which way are we going to lean in kind of what we're doing here? So right now I would not purchase any. Truthfully, part of me, a very small part of me, and I'm saying this live and it is going on a recording, regrets having some of the Walking Dead pops.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why?
I love the show. I like the show. It's a great show. Like I said, top five. I think, it kind of died off towards the end. Um, but it's not one of those shows, and I say this because I've tried it several times, that I could go back and watch over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
Right? I have seen Money Heist 3 times all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Game of Thrones 2 times all the way through. The 100 I literally just finished like 2 months ago, so I'm giving myself a few minutes off before I start it again.
Right,
Um,
right.
But I don't I never go back to The Walking Dead and I'm like, I need to watch it again.
Okay.
So
once
it's
you
not
sell
one of the I love them and I think they're cool, but I don't want to sell them because what if I end up going back to it?
Yeah, yeah.
It could come in a phase. You're a phasey guy. You know what it's all about with phases.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So I could turn around and want it back, but I'm really I'm really trying to focus on very specific collections, not just kind of buying broadly. Like I was originally, it was like, oh, I like this show, buy it. Oh, I like this show, buy it. Now it's like, well, one, a lot of them get expensive. Well, some of them get
For
expensive,
sure.
and then B, it's like it goes into months and months and potentially years of collecting. Like I've been collecting The Office forever, and I'm still 20 pops shy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Money Heist, there was a small set number they're never going to reproduce anymore, which I disagree with. And so that was easy to complete the collection of, right? The 100, there's 9 pops, but they're all roughly, some of them more, roughly $100 to $120 is your minimum that you're looking at. Yeah. So that's $900 if I was to get all 9. And there's one that's valued at like $500-600 because it was very, very scarcely produced.
That's insane.
I don't foresee myself buying that ever.
You know? Yeah. Okay.
Unless I got a crazy good deal. So, but I did get a new pop over the Labor Day weekend, over the long weekend.
Oh boy, what you did?
So I got my wife to agree. I said, hey, I've been good for some time. I know we took away our little fun and games, trying to really pour back into the house and prepare to buy a new car. So I was like, hey, I've been good. Can I buy a pop? And she said, you can buy 1 pop. She did not give me a cost limit. She did not say anything.
That's dangerous. You could have bought the $900 pop.
She said you could buy 1 pop. Well, she also knows that I have control issues with the money, so I wasn't going to go that far.
Yeah.
And so I hung on to that comment for probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I looked on my little Whatnot app, and I was shopping around and shopping some people, and I was looking on Mercari for maybe it was a 100 pop that I was looking for. Maybe it was a Game of Thrones or an Office one that I'm missing to try and complete that collection. So we ended up going to my parents for Labor Day, and they gave us a nice little date while our child was napping. So our child was napping, and they gave us a date. They're like, hey, you go to Tyler and go ahead and have a date. So we went to Tyler. We went out to lunch.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, he was pretty good. No. And so we went out to lunch at Chewy's. Shout out, if you want to sponsor us, I'll take your queso all the time.
Stinks. It stinks, dude.
We don't want your opinion.
Taco Bell. We don't
want your opinion for those of you who live within 200 miles of Willie's.
Terrible.
If you live within 200 miles of Willie's, you don't have a voice or an opinion because Willie's is the best. Okay, we understand that.
I'm not even comparing it to Willie's. I'm just saying Chewy's is trash.
No. Says the guy going to what is it? Lupe Tortilla.
Lupe's destroys Chewy's.
Lupe is so bad.
No, Lupe's is so much better. Los Cucos is better.
Well, yeah, Los Cucos
is better.
Los Cucos is top of the line Mexican cuisine. I mean, it was prior to it burning down.
Yeah. I mean, it's still halfway up. No, there's so many other better restaurants than that place. I don't know why you guys continue to go back there.
Because it is the greatest.
It's the worst.
And we can agree to disagree. So we went out to lunch, and we decided to go mall shopping. Love me some mall shopping.
Didn't you text me 3 weeks ago saying you and your wife are never allowed to go to another mall again? I've been begging my wife to go to the outlet so I can get some new shoes. And she's like, no, Austin said we can't go there anymore. Too dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, you shouldn't go to a mall,
And
especially.
here you are going to a mall.
Yeah, we didn't have our kid, so I wasn't.
Oh, so you're gonna leave him parentless?
He was in
Come
good
on now.
hands. He was in good hands. Not to be confused with Allstate, but he was in good hands. Um,
Oh man, that's some crazy stuff. You telling me I can't go to a mall? I've been kept away from going to a mall, and then you just go nilly willy.
yep, we went to mall shopping, and I walked into a couple stores. They had like a full on like nerdy game store, bunch of board games, bunch of pop heads, bunch of like regular action figures. Basically you'd walk in there and walk out with 12 new hobbies.
Right.
So we were looking. I was looking at the wall. We were kind of going up and down. I didn't realize that they made Fast and Furious pop heads.
Oh no.
So on they're on the wall. There was a pop head that was um, it was Jacob Toretto.
Okay.
Okay, which
John Cena.
it's Dominic Toretto is Vin Diesel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, who's Jacob? Like I'm on,
Oh,
we're
you're not
watching
that far
through,
yet?
and we've only seen through 7, so we haven't
Oh
seen Jacob. So I'm
yeah.
like, well, spoiler alert, there's a brother at some point. So we're not there. So I literally like called my wife over. I was like, Samantha, come here. And so like I turned my back to her, and so I held up this pop, and I was like, I'm gonna show her like this is gonna be cool. Like just like, hey, look at this. She walked over with the exact same pop, showed me the same pop. Said, hey,
What?
look at
What
this.
are, what are
At the
the
same time.
chances?
Like we had talked about it. I'd never seen it. So I was like, oh, it was $4.99. I did not buy it. And when I mean $4.99, I mean $4.99, not $4.99.
You didn't buy that one. What did you buy?
I didn't buy that one. Then we walked into GameStop.
Oh,
Okay. GameStop always has a decent collection. I'm walking in, and the two guys behind the counter, they're talking to me. They're like, are you looking for something specific? And I was like, no, like I have a pretty wide collection. So it'd be hard to be like, oh, I'm looking for office number 1081. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, no, just broad collection. She's like, okay, because I know how annoying it is to kind of look at pops. And Samantha was looking at them, and a part of the Disney 100 collection, they have a Troy Bolton and a Sharpay and a Gabriela Montez.
Whoa.
So they have like the full kind of collection. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like I'd never seen those. And hidden in the back little corner, that's not true. It was really in the front, but for my story purposes, it sounds way better. Hidden in the back little corner, there was a Jordan Alvarez, and that's what I walked away with. Walked away with
Wow.
your daddy from the Astros. Now
Your daddy.
completes yep, your daddy now completes my collection of having all Houston Astros that have been released.
That's crazy.
Of Orbit, thanks to you. Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, and Jordan Alvarez.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So pretty good starting lineup there. I put my starting 4 against most other people's starting 4.
Stupid. Okay. All right. So that's cool. I like that one. That's a good add to the collection. And
Yeah.
you even texted me that, and this whole time, I'm like, what did he buy? And as soon as you said, I was like, oh, I should have remembered that.
Yeah, I sent you a picture, like literally 5 minutes after I bought it.
I'm
And
like an idiot now. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, okay, all right, is he going to get to what he bought the whole time? I knew.
yeah, you know most of these things. No. But
That's
no, then I was
amazing.
sitting there talking to the guy. The guy was like, "Oh, I can't tell you that. It's a Houston Astros." I was like, "Oh, okay. Like we're only leading, the AL West or whatever." And I said something about him being the best batter in the AL.
Uh-huh.
Jordan. And this guy, you would think I was cutting off his toes.
So what is Tyler fans of? Like the people in that area?
Well, this guy was a
Rangers?
Rangers, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So he was talking to me about how Corey Seager's having the best season and he's the best batter, and you can't argue what he's done this year. I'm like, look, you don't have to argue it, but we are the defending World Series champions. You can't really say that you can't cut us out right now,
No,
you
you can't
know?
touch us. You can't touch
And
us. You,
then
you went from first to third real quick.
yeah,
Real
and
quick.
and then we started talking about Shohei Otani and where he's going. And so during
He's
this conversation with the employee, right, my wife literally walks out of the store and goes to like a shop down the way. Doesn't tell me to go shop.
not surprised at all. Not surprised. Not surprised that she would do that.
And so
It's
I'm
like,
like,
I'm done with this conversation. Completely
yeah,
leave. No, no. Hey, I'll be back. Nothing.
Nothing. So I'm done with the conversation, whatever. I start walking out, and I'm like, oh, where'd she go? So I'm looking at my phone, and so I'm like, well, I don't know which way she went. So I just started walking in stores to try and find her.
You don't call each other?
I mean, you could have. I could have yelled Marco too, really loud.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, no, I just traveled in and out of stores till I found her.
That's
I like
a
to
fun date.
I like to pretend like I'm
Always
in the
be pursuing
90s.
your wife. I like it. Always pursue the
Yeah,
wife. Very
always.
good.
Yeah. I like to pretend like I'm in the 90s and never make calls and just wander around aimlessly.
No, okay. Well, they had cell phones in the 90s though.
Not really. I mean, early 90s, did they?
Yeah.
Was
Was
it
it?
public?
Yeah.
Like, was it not just for the wealthy?
I mean, probably yeah, but I mean,
Because I think the first cell phone like our family had, quote unquote, was like 2003.
oh yeah, I mean, ours was later too, but they were around in the 90s.
Yeah, but those brick things, it's not like you were carrying them around in a purse.
I put them in my back pocket.
I would love for you to get one.
If you find one, I'll use it for a year. I'm ready to get rid of this stupid iPhone, so
That's so not true.
I'm ready though. I'm ready to get rid of it.
You should
If
get rid
I,
of
if
it,
I
start living off the land.
if for work I didn't rely on my phone, I
Oh,
would not use it as much as I do.
yeah, no, that's fair. So, what did you do for the long weekend? I guess we didn't even talk about that. I got a pop, so mine was way cooler than yours. No matter what you did,
Yeah, my
unless
long.
you got two pops. So don't overstep the boundaries here.
I don't even know what I did this past weekend. We went to my parents for a barbecue on Monday.
Nice
Um,
burgers,
of course, man. Finally had
beans.
burgers, beans, potato salad, all of it. We almost went
Look,
to Willie's to get the queso.
I'm just, this is like my dream meal, just crushing my heart. Literally, just crushing me so late in the evening for my dream meal.
Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on what we did Saturday and Sunday. Oh, we just kind of hung out on Saturday, did little things around here,
Nice.
and then I mean it was just a nice, relaxing weekend. I feel like we maybe did something, but I cannot think if we did anything.
You've just been crazy at work this week, so you're overly busy.
Yeah, I'm just my company's moving offices, and so that's what my day will be tomorrow is moving a bunch of furniture.
Oh, you said you would do it on Friday, but nothing on Saturday, right?
We have plans on Saturday.
Oh, busy. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It happens that way. So, okay,
Yeah,
so did you move today as well?
no, I mean they've been moving little things here and there, but I packed up my desk. One of my coworkers, he works in the office right across from me, and like I walked into his office because I always walk in, I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm like, this will be the last time I ever tell you goodbye in this office. Like, this is crazy.
Why?
Because tomorrow we're going to be moving and I'm just going to leave from the new office, which is closer to home,
Oh,
to go home.
yeah. Yeah,
So
fair.
I was like, this is it's pretty crazy. And he was like, yeah, it's wild.
Dang.
So he wasn't too thrilled about it, or he didn't, I guess, care. But I was like, man, this is pretty emotional.
Yeah, so
So
wow, okay.
yeah, pretty crazy. So get the new office, which I did it today. I timed it today. Oh man, I'm gonna save about 30 minutes, like
Holy
25 to 30
cow.
minutes drive time
One
there.
way?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. And I never realized like my drive, like thinking about it, is about an hour. Leave
Yeah.
about 7:20, 7:25, get there about 8:15.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I sit on the phone with you every single morning.
Oh, I know. So I was like, man, like, because Alex was like, oh, you're not gonna save that much time. I'm like, I'm gonna save a lot of time. And I texted her as I was because where I work right now, I have to pass our new office every day.
Okay. Yep.
So I text her, I was like, I would be getting to work right now. She's like, oh, dang. Like,
Yeah.
so no more after tomorrow. That's the other thing I told my coworker. I was like, after tomorrow, I won't be Mr. 815er anymore.
You'll be the early one.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you're gonna have to get here earlier. I'll be getting here about 7:45, 7:50. So
Dang.
back
That's gonna
back
be
on that.
crazy.
Yeah. So that'll be nice. Get back, start getting to work on time again. And then I'm still gonna leave at 4, which will then give me more time at home now with
Yep.
Margot. That's even less time I'll sit in traffic and driving home.
Yep. So are you guys planning on being live in that new office at 11, like on the 11th?
Monday, yeah.
Dang. Okay, so you're getting
Yeah,
everything moved
yeah. So
quick.
the plan is tomorrow. I mean, depending on how busy I am in the morning, I'm probably going to start taking like some boxes over and stuff in my truck, unload it, and then we're getting a trailer at noon. Start
Okay.
loading up. I mean, because we have 8, 9 desks.
Yeah.
So realistically, if we could get 4 or 5 in one trailer, take it. I mean, it's still like a 25 to 30 minute drive from where we're at, but we get 4 people unloading and loading. We could be done if we work past 5 tomorrow to like 6. We could get done.
So are you telling clients like, hey, sorry, we're just not working tomorrow?
So we've told clients like, hey, we're moving. Like, and we're gonna regret saying this right now. A lot of Fridays, like, we're kind of slow. Clients are quiet. Either not everybody's working stuff. So I don't know how it's gonna go tomorrow. Now that I said that, so we'll still have like my coworker who's like our dispatcher. He'll
Yeah.
still be handling phones, dispersing tickets, doing the little triage he can, and we'll probably have one other person hang out with him at that office all day. Not like only moving they're going to do is loading up the trailer with us,
Yep.
and they won't travel with us. That way, they can knock out any tickets that come in.
Any kind of easier, low maintenance things.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Dang.
so I mean, unless it's an emergency, we won't be going on site. We'll just tell people like, "Hey, we're in the process of moving. We'll get
Yep.
out there Monday."
Yep. Yep.
So, but I mean,
Dang.
we've let a few people know, but it's not like we sent out an email saying we're moving, just giving them our new address. But I don't think we told them like, "Hey, don't call us on Friday,"
Yeah. Hey, we
because
won't answer.
I don't think that'd be a good move on our part.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. So okay, that's exciting. You have to send me pictures of the new office.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you a video once we're all settled in. I got my keep off rug laying on the ground. I'll send a little
Wait,
video
you're
to it.
taking that?
Yeah, my wife doesn't want me hanging it in the house, laying it in the house. I can't put it anywhere, so I'm going to take it to the office. Like
Oh.
that's the thing about my office. Because one of my other coworkers, she's like, "Oh, like, are you going to decorate?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to decorate like crazy." And she's like, "Oh," because she thinks I have like the coolest stuff. So she's like, "It's going to look so cool." It's like, "No, it's going to look terrible." And she started laughing. I'm like, "No, I'm dead serious." She's like, "What do you mean?" She said, "It's going to look like a potluck where there's no theme. You just bring whatever you want. You don't tell anybody anything, and everybody just brings something." It's like, that's what my office is going to look like. She's like, "But it's going to have like, it's going to flow." I was like, "Not at all." I was like, "You're going to see on one wall a drawing of Russell Westbrook in his OKC uniform. Next to him is going to be Jim Halper drawing with like a big old forehead.
Yep.
And on
Yep.
the other wall, you're going to have like a LaDainian Tomlinson signed picture, like a Champions golf flag, some random Roadrunner picture I got from my grandparents' house. Like I got all sorts of junk that I'm not allowed to hang up in this house, and I'm tired of seeing in the garage. Is going to be hanging at this office.
A rug that says keep off.
That's my prized possession, though.
Yeah, what is the purpose of that? I think you probably told me at some point, but what is the purpose of it?
The purpose of me having a rug, or the purpose of it saying keep off.
Yeah, it's saying keep off. I know what a rug does.
Okay, so this high-end designer named Virgil Abloh, he has passed away now, but he used to work for a brand that he created called Off-White, and then he also was one of the head designers for Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
And so there's really no point to it, but he took, and so my rug I paid $20 for, and probably the guy who I bought it from, it's a not faux, like it's like a knockoff, right? It's not the real
Yeah.
thing. But he took these fancy rugs and would then print on them that says like keep off or wet grass. Like he has this one that's like green, looks like grass,
Okay.
and says wet grass and like with prints and stuff. And it's like it's in streetwear, very popular in streetwear, like among that culture. And so it's just
Okay.
so cool looking. Like I don't know why he put keep off, but just looks so cool. And I think like it's
Okay.
ironic, like keep off of a rug. You know what I mean? Like everybody has it like
Sure.
as a focal point in their thing. So then like my boss texted me like, "Dude, sick rug, LOL." I said, "Yeah." The irony is I'm gonna be on it the whole time.
Oh
And I got a
gosh.
whole laugh. I got a whole laugh in the office.
Oh, here we go.
So
Chris is the
that's like
jokester.
it's supposed to be a high-end luxury designer rug, but of course mine is like off some website that I got off Facebook.
Yours is probably yeah, some Facebook Marketplace guy selling it in a back alley, trying to.
Yeah, no, I did get off Facebook Marketplace, but I met him in a Target parking lot. So
You and your wife buy everything off Facebook Marketplace.
why not, dude? Like it's crazy good deals. People don't, I mean, I think they do and they don't know what they're getting rid of. So, and
Sure.
I didn't tell you, I think I told you, I was on like a boom a couple weeks ago with like selling stuff. I was like, as soon as I listed it, somebody wanted it, and they were willing to come to my office and pick it up.
Oh wow.
So I was selling, and I posted some other things. Nobody's even talking to me about it.
Oh,
So kind of a bummer.
Yeah, kind of a hit or miss there. Kind of a hit
Yeah,
or miss.
big time. I gotta be patient, but I'm not a patient guy.
That is a fact.
If I want it sold, like I want it sold right then. Like
Yeah,
if nobody's messaged me within 5 minutes, I'm like, shh, no one's ever gonna buy this.
yeah, take it down. It's not even worth being up there. Just throw it away. No one wants it.
That's basically where my mind is at.
So you asked me a question before we got on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will ask it again.
Okay.
So I randomly saw on Instagram,
Yep.
Lionel Messi
Yep.
is now playing for Inter Miami. Is that their name?
That is correct.
He's come to America and saved us all, and he's playing for Miami. And I noticed that he has a full-time bodyguard, not when he's in public only. During his games, it's somehow allowed to walk wherever he wants on the sidelines, and this dude's head is just on a swivel, like as if this guy's like the president or the pope. Like, first off, if someone's gonna attack him, I'm assuming they're gonna be shooting from the rafters. He ain't stopping nothing.
Raptors, you watch too many movies, Christopher.
Oh, I think we've covered that. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how, to me, insane is it that he has a full-time bodyguard on the sideline? And it's not even like it's just out of the country where like some of the stadiums are pretty crazy. Like some of the fans are super hardcore where they're willing to jump on the field. Like in America, in my opinion, we have streakers. Like, you know what I mean? The guys who just want to run across the field. They really don't care about grabbing the players, hugging them, taking selfies. We do have those. I'm not saying we don't, but a lot of it, because we're Americans, we're more worried about ourselves and trying to be cool and funny and stuff like that, and get the camera on us, not be with someone else. So it's like I don't understand it. And maybe you're for it and understand it. It blows my mind.
So I don't think I understand it,
Okay.
but I have some potential more background on the topic. So one, this bodyguard, and there's a team of them, right? This guy's assigned directly to basically walk hand in hand with Messi. But there's a team of them that kind of assist in all this.
For just Messi.
Yeah, for just Messi. Nobody else on that field. So, you know, he was like an ex-Marine or ex-Green Beret or ex-whatever. He was, the best of the best, basically, is what it boils down to. And he's not hired by Messi himself. So that's, I think, very interesting. Like,
who's he hired by?
Messi doesn't care. David Beckham pays this man's salary. And I believe it's in the millions of dollars.
I'm not surprised
That David Beckham pays this guy to protect Messi.
What in
and
the
all he does.
world?
So the team owner, who's David Beckham, he pays for it. And so I was talking to some people, one of them being my father, and I was trying to figure out how this guy has like access around the field, because my dad used to work for the Dynamo, and he'd be on the field, and like it wasn't very common that people could walk all the way around the field, especially on the team sideline. Like maybe on the other sideline, but the way the Dynamo stadium was set up, there was on-field seating. So I mean, are you going to be walking in front of them, blocking their view half the game? Like, I don't know how all stadiums are set up, but like I couldn't imagine that that's the way to handle it.
No, the video I saw is like a lot of standing room only on the sidelines, and he's just standing in front of people, not caring that they now can't see the game.
Correct. Like, and these people probably paid good money to stand only on the field.
Yeah.
And so he's there in case anything crazy happens. He has one job, and it's make sure that Messi is good to go. So like,
insane, dude.
It's crazy. There are videos of like Messi will stop with his fans to take a picture, and the fan will try and put his arm around, and this guy will slide his hand under the fan's hand so it's not actually touching Messi.
Well, what is that about? What are we going to take away his little powers? Like what fairy tale is David Beckham and Messi living in right now?
It is so weird. And
I can't stand it. It's like that right there is going to make people be like, oh yeah, that's why soccer's so stupid. Like that's why I don't watch soccer, is because you got guys like this who David Beckham, like, oh, my star player. The dude's on his way to retirement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It gave a bad taste in my mouth for the MLS. And
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
being a diehard favorite player of all time, David Beckham, am disappointed to find out that he's the cause of all this.
yeah.
Disappointed.
And so on that similar topic, I thought this was very interesting. I was reading an article on it. So apparently Messi had a shot that was blocked. They played Los Angeles this past weekend.
Okay.
So Los Angeles Football Club. And a bunch of big names came to this game. And when I say big names, I mean you think of them, they were probably there, right? You
Oh,
got, I
like
mean,
celebrities.
like, yeah, celebrities, Selena Gomez, like all these huge names, Justin Bieber, Haley Bieber, like all these kind of bigger pop, whatever culture
Yeah.
names. And so I guess Messi had a shot or was doing something, and there was a camera pointing to the crowd, and it happened to be Selena Gomez, and like her reaction was so flabbergasted that he missed, or like, oh, kind of selling that she was into the game.
Yeah.
And I guess someone over in Italy asked Christian Pulisic what his
Yes.
thoughts of Messi being in the MLS were. And he said, it's great for soccer, but like these people that are American born and American raised cheer for Messi, but won't support the men's national team or the women's national team, don't support US playing soccer.
Yeah.
And I didn't read the whole article, but from what I understand, Selena and him went back and forth in interviews, never to each other, went back
Really?
and forth in interviews arguing. So they
I,
like Pulisic would do an interview, Selena Gomez would do an interview with Pulisic, and so it was weird.
I saw a comment from him, something along the lines of like, I wish they knew they could also buy tickets to the USA men's games too. Like something crazy
Crazy.
like that. I was like, whoa, like that dang.
Crazy. So yeah, there's been some arguing and fighting going on there. Um but yeah, I mean I don't understand the need for a bodyguard.
No, it's
I
insane.
think you are absolutely ridiculous to have a bodyguard. And not only have a bodyguard, but you have a bodyguard who follows you on the field.
Yeah, wild. I still am having a very hard time of understanding why.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and I think it's something that we'll never, unfortunately, fully understand
No,
unless you want to hire me a bodyguard for a year, and then I'll understand.
I can do that. I can do that.
Okay. Or you be my bodyguard for a year. Quit your job, come bodyguard for me.
Who's gonna pay me?
Who's gonna pay you? I can pay you in love.
See, that I appreciate that, but I don't know if that's gonna pay the bills.
Well, you're living with me. Remember, you're my bodyguard.
So you'll pay bills, you'll pay food, everything.
For you. If you bring the fam bam, they're in charge of their own.
I don't care about them. They can fend for their own. I'm just
Yeah,
worried about me getting my McDonald's Whataburger. Make
yeah,
sure that comes
yeah,
daily.
yeah. It'll DoorDash. Don't you worry.
So done. Done.
DoorDash is a real thing. So I wanted to go back to an age old debate slash some viewer comments.
Ooh,
Um, so we talked about Christmas movies last time, and Christmas movies are always a big topic, especially in your household.
yeah.
'Cause I'm sure you have a countdown somewhere of when Christmas movies start on October 1. Um, so before we get into the age old question, a movie that came up from a significant amount of our listeners who commented to us was the movie Violent Night.
Yeah.
Interested? Not interested? Thoughts?
Extremely interested. I haven't seen it yet because even though I love movies, I'm very much because I have all the streaming platforms. There's so much out there. I'm not going to pay to see a movie.
Sure.
Just not. I mean, there's a movie like very few that I'm like, you know what, I'll pay $4 to rent and stuff. This one has not been, but very interested. It has, I don't know his name, Hopper from Stranger Things, and then remember the movie Black Widow?
I do remember the movie Black Widow.
Her
Yes.
dad. He's
Oh, really?
yeah, he's I'm assuming Santa Claus in Violent Night. So
Okay.
I've heard so many good things about it. So it is for sure on my list this year. I'm hoping I can find it somewhere streaming. If not, that may be one I rent.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard good things. I know it's kind of bloody and
Yeah, like
probably
dark.
a little, yeah, probably a little bit inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But I mean, I will probably watch it at some point. I don't have the same rules you do when it comes to holiday movies.
Hmm.
I can watch them at any point in time because I'm an adult.
Oh no,
Uh,
I'm not. I'm not tied to. It's just I like watching them leading up to Christmas. Like I'll watch one in the middle of July.
okay.
Like that doesn't bother me. It's just it helps me. Like 'cause I mean, I have a hard time watching a Christmas movie and then stepping outside and sweating the moment I open the door.
Yeah.
But
Gets
I'll watch them at any time. It's just leading up to it. It gives me so much more hype.
you hyped and ready to go.
Yeah,
Is
because I
this going
mean,
to be a tradition you're going to carry on?
oh yeah, get the kids involved in everything. Yes.
Yeah. So like they're
Like
gonna have to sit down and watch a movie for 60 days, a Christmas movie for 60 days with good old
heck
dad.
yeah, heck yeah. And you know what? Maybe that's a little much. Maybe if they want, they can join in. Like it's if you want to, right?
It's like if
But
they want to be the favorite kid. Yeah.
right, so you start on October 1st. You have the choice. I give you choices. The moment December 1st hits, it's required before you go to bed. You watch a movie, a Christmas movie.
Dang.
It's required.
Dang. Can they go to sleep on the couch?
No,
Oh,
if they fall asleep on the couch, they stand up and finish the movie.
they did. Oh man. Remind me not to move in with you anytime soon.
No, I mean I think it'd be a fun tradition to do. And I mean, they may hate Christmas movies, but for me, the reason I watch them is because, like, as a kid, I loved the Christmas spirit, like the thought of Santa Claus, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get older, and it's like it's not as much because you don't get to enjoy all the Christmas things. And then you start working in retail, and it's just like you're working the whole holidays. You don't get time because you don't want to go out and shop. Once you start working the retail, you don't want to go out and shop.
No.
And
No.
so it's very hard. I feel like to get in that's very and then also in Texas, it's so hot during those times. Unless it's cold, I'm not in the spirit. So the movies very much help me.
The movie's all set in snow where
Exactly.
you bundle up in your blanket and pretend.
Exactly. You crank the AC on in the house, you get a cup of hot cocoa, you bundle up, and you don't even look outside. Maybe
Yeah.
put some frost on your window so it looks like it could be snowing out there, man.
Yeah. You get the little spray paint frost, right? They sell it.
I think I may do that this year, actually.
I
As
think
I said it, I was like, God, I'm doing that this year.
I think you should. I think you should.
Yeah,
Oh, are y'all doing Christmas lights this year?
that's the age old debate. Probably not.
Oh, you're gonna be that house?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a newborn.
That ain't my problem. That ain't the neighborhood's problem.
That's my problem. That's why I'm not doing it.
Wow.
So, I mean, maybe, but unless like which I'm sure he will, get Alex's brother to come out and help me. I mean,
Sure.
then I'll probably do it. If she wants to, and we can get a good deal on lights, then yeah. I mean, I would like to. But I'm also the guy. I think doing white lights, you leave them up all year round.
Ooh.
I don't think I can't stand the HOA. I don't know if I told you my HOA story. I'm about to, but I think leave them up all year. You don't have to turn them on. Nobody's gonna see them during the day like that. It irritates me. So yeah, I'd like to do Christmas lights. We're for sure going to get a tree and
Yeah,
cutting it
of
down.
course. Of course.
The new baby's gonna learn. We work. We work for that Christmas tree.
We work, okay? You go and cut down your own tree. I always love that tradition.
Are you guys doing lights this year?
Oh yeah, we gotta do the whole kit and caboodle. I gotta get up on a ladder and measure it out. And I mean, we have them all. It's just unwrapping them, checking,
Now
make sure they
this year,
work.
your son's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Will you wear him up onto the roof with you?
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance. He won't come near that roof until he's at least 35 years old, older than where I am currently.
Okay, but I'm sure he'll be out front cheering you on.
Yeah, he'll be out front,
Okay, so
watching a little more. Yep.
when you do this, I want a video reaction of him seeing you up on the roof. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
freak out.
Oh yeah, he is.
It's gonna be like when he sees a truck or a bus. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how you guys should do it. If you should like hide up there and it's meant to be like, oh, where's Dad? And then boom, there you are. But I want a video of him seeing you up there because he's
Yeah.
gonna lose his mind.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, he'll definitely that one will be fun because yeah, he knows a little bit more. He'll probably just ask to come up with me,
Oh yeah, or
which
he'll just
obviously
say
will never
again,
happen. Yeah, again,
again.
like no, I'm already up here, bro. Like I'm not going back up there. Okay, so So let's hear the HOA story. I haven't heard this. What
Yeah.
happened?
So our HOA is a joke, first of all.
Uh-oh.
Secondly, I
Disclaimer: if you're a part of the HOA in Christopher's neighborhood, log off now.
well, no, she's part of the HOA. She's on the board, but they haven't been given the power to run it. It's still the builders. Like
Yeah.
it's still
So go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say all I heard is she's terrible at her job.
No, not at all. It's still the owners, the builders paid a group to do this.
Got
That's
it.
from my understanding. Maybe she is running it, and I'll put my foot in my mouth. But so I'm hoping she's not the one who sent this letter because that'd be a little messed up.
Uh-oh.
But
Uh-oh.
so we had the really bad case of ants.
Yeah.
So we got it all taken care of, and then I'm taking out the trash every night. The next morning, my trash can, I'm not kidding, is covered in ants. I'm like, what is going on? So I let the trash guys take it, and then I cleaned it out, right?
Okay.
Left it on the side of my house to dry, and I guess it
Fair.
was, and then we get sick. So it just sat out there for, I think, 2 to 3 days. Well, in
Okay.
those 2 to 3 days, they were driving around and took a picture of it because it was,
Mm.
you're not allowed to have it be seen from the street or whatever garbage.
Yeah.
And sent me this letter, and I wanted to freak out. I was like, "Are you kidding?" First of all, have you seen most of this neighborhood?
Yeah.
So
Including your neighbors.
their trash cans you could see from the street. Yeah, it's up against their fence, but it still looks terrible. They always have overflowing trash.
Yep.
Like their house is just the biggest eyesore. They have
Yep.
kids' toys everywhere. Their grass is like it's not long; it's just weeds.
Mm.
So I almost wanted to call, but like I don't know, like what because like my argument points would be the fact that people park their 18-wheelers in their driveway,
Yep.
people park trailers and cars all throughout our streets that never move for months. I mean, one car moved one time since we've been here, and it's parked in the street. But I couldn't believe they sent me a letter for my trash can.
That's crazy. What did they tell you? You have to move it or you're gonna get a fine?
Yeah, you have to move it, and then if they come back in 30 days from when the letter was received, then I would be fined.
Well, and that's the craziest thing, right? Like, and I'm making dates up here. But if they come on a Monday and say, hey, it has to be removed by 30 days, we're gonna come back in 30 days. If it's not, well, let's say you take it in that day and you pull it back out 30 days later because it's trash day.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna fine me?
Yeah, exactly. And like that's my thing is like, okay, so you get the first, I guess, warning is what I got.
Yep.
And they come back in 30 days, it's not there again. 10 days later, I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna leave it out here again.
Yep.
Are they gonna give me another warning? Because the paper didn't say don't ever do it again, it just said put it away in 30 days.
Correct.
So I don't know. I couldn't believe that I got a letter for that.
It's
like
definitely kind of rude.
in everything else they let go in this neighborhood, that's what they're gonna stomp their little foot at.
You know, the people that get a little bit of power run with it.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
And they run far.
I still have the letter sitting in my drawer. I still want to call them and be like, look, here's the deal, you jokers.
Yep.
And then here's what I'm waiting for them to say. Well, we don't have any power over what's in the street. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna leave my trash can in the street all year long.
Then we're playing the same game with trash cans then.
I mean, like, how you gonna tell me you can't tell people not to park their 18-wheelers? The guy 4 or 5 houses down parked his 18-wheeler in the driveway, which then makes him put 5 cars in the street.
Yeah, that's
insane. Absolutely insane.
And I'm shocked that your HOA of some kind doesn't have like no commercial vehicles.
I think they do. I just don't think anybody cares because I don't think this company actually is. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I haven't been here long enough. I don't feel like they're doing enough
for what you pay for.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think that's a pretty common theme for all HOAs.
I'm gonna tell you right now, our phone chain text message tomorrow is gonna be blowing up.
Oh Lord,
Brooke, don't come after me, please. Take it easy on me, please.
Yeah, that's that one's gonna be fun to hear about.
So that was my first run-in with the HOA. I guarantee you there will be more.
It took you 7 months.
Yeah.
I'm
honestly shocked they haven't said anything about my lawn. I don't know if it's because everybody's in the neighborhood looks like it. And my lawn doesn't look bad; it's just dead. Like it's
Yeah.
not overgrown. It doesn't look bad. It's just dead.
Yeah.
So, but then my neighbor, like his lawn makes mine look a billion times worse. So
Oh,
when we first moved in, his lawn was garbage, and ours was pretty nice. I was like,
yeah.
this guy doesn't take care of his lawn. Well, then he started watering it randomly. And I was like, this dude, what is he doing? Like, that's not going to help anything. Well, he's watering it. What I mean, this I'm going to talk to this guy next year. And he kept letting it like grow long. I'm like, okay, is he going to cut it? Like, stop watering it. His grass, he mowed it on Saturday, and maybe because next to mine and mine again is trash, his looks so nice.
Really?
Yeah. And so I realized a couple things. I mow way too short.
Yeah.
I give my grass a buzz cut every time. Like, every time.
Yeah.
Apparently
Yeah.
that's terrible to do in Texas, especially Houston.
Correct.
Absolutely
Correct.
awful. So that's lesson one I'm gonna learn, and I'll change next year. And then we're gonna water next year. Like as
So,
in March.
so they say you should only cut like 3/4 of an inch off of your grass every time you mow, and you should mow every 3 days. That's the healthiest for your lawn.
That I'm not doing. I'll mow weekly. But like I literally go to the lowest setting that does not bog down my mower, and I just truck through it. I thought that was the way to go.
Oh no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do shorter than I should as well. Mainly because I'm lazy and don't want to be out there all the time mowing my lawn.
That's where I thought it was. I was like, the shorter I go, the less I mow in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
But
that's the logical way to think about it, but if you want your grass to look good, yeah, you're only supposed to cut off like one level down from like where your grass's current status is
yeah,
at.
yeah. So that's our thing next year. Since we're basically settled in here, gonna get the new baby room set up, bed frame, and all that kind of stuff built. Next year, we're focusing on the lawn.
The lawn. Are you gonna like did you water this summer?
Alex did for a couple weeks, and I
Okay.
got mad at her. I was like, "Bro, I don't want to keep mowing. Stop watering it." So no, we haven't watered since.
Oh wow, holy cow. Okay.
Yeah, so we mowed probably in June, and we have not. Or sorry, we watered in June, and I mowed last time I mowed was probably July. Haven't done either since.
Oh my gosh. I water twice a week and my grass is still dead.
Yeah,
It's just so hot.
yeah. I don't know what this guy does if he fertilizes also, but his grass is so nice.
Yeah. I think so we have watering rules in Fort Worth,
Yeah,
right? Based on your address, if you're even, you can do like Mondays and Thursdays. If you're odds, you can do Wednesdays and Saturdays
right,
or
right.
whatever. And so I follow the guidelines, right? To an extent, right? Sometimes it's Tuesdays and Fridays, but hey, I try and stay to 2 days a week, right? I don't go over 2 days a week very often. And I think my neighbors next door, both neighbors next door, I think because they run on sprinklers, as everybody does in our neighborhood. So you're required to have a sprinkler system in our neighborhood. I think they have theirs set to like run at 2 or 3 in the morning,
Really?
and they do it every night because there's no way that their grass is that green with them only watering twice a week.
No, no, yeah. They probably do that to where they don't get caught.
Yeah, I water twice a week, and the only thing I don't water is my backyard because I'm like nobody sees it. It does not matter.
Yeah.
Um, but like my front yard, I water twice a week. I go out and I hand water. I give it whatever grass food or fertilizer, whatever, and it's just slowly dying.
Do you talk to your grass?
I don't love it, no.
That Alex's grandma swears. You talk to your plants, your lawn, all of it, give it love, talk to it, it grows better.
My talking is if you don't get yourself a lab and start growing, you gonna be paying this bill when this letter comes in, you know?
And that's probably why it ain't growing because it doesn't want to be paying no bills.
I needed to start working. So, oh, it's going well. The whole lawn. I'm hoping we're having a cold front coming in
When?
next week.
Would we be getting it too?
I don't know if it goes like to you completely. So next Tuesday, our high is 79.
So for me, next Tuesday, no. High is 96, low is 74.
Oh yeah, we get down. After Tuesday, we don't have a 90s in sight.
You lucky dog.
We stay at 70s and 80s for so I'm counting down.
Next Saturday we get to a high of 92, but that's it.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's coming to you. I am pumped for cold weather.
Dude, me too. I'm so sick of the heat. I'm so sick of this heat.
I got my jackets laid out the order I want to wear them in.
Oof. Oh yeah, jackets, man. I miss jackets.
Jacket season, it's coming. And I know you're sitting in your closet looking at all your jackets now, and that's making it worse for you.
It is. Like I haven't looked at them in months, years, decades. I don't remember. But man, they look good right now.
Yeah, I know. Just a nice jacket. Some about long sleeves really does it for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hoodie with a nice denim jacket over top.
No, I'm not. See, I'm not
Jeans,
streetwear.
jeans, boots, you know?
You're streetwear.
I'm not as streetwear as I used to be. I've drifted away from it. It's too expensive of a hobby
Yeah. No,
and
I
hard to
agree.
keep up with.
I agree. It changes so frequently.
So I'm going
I
more for the minimalist style. I'm going for things that I'll be able to wear forever until they fall apart. Like I'm about to get
yeah.
me a pair of Sambas
Oh yeah. Single
and a
brand
pair of
shirts.
Converse.
You
So
know. Yeah. No, I think if I could choose my perfect piece of clothing, and I never got any other clothing for like my upper region, it would be a crew neck sweatshirt
over a hoodie.
over a hoodie.
Wow.
A good crew neck sweatshirt. So my favorite crew neck sweatshirt that I currently own, and you can probably picture it. It's a gray one, SFA, no hood, so crew neck, but it has the pocket. It has the front pocket where you can put your hands in.
I don't think I've ever seen that sweater.
Woo! That right there, probably. First off, whoever marketed that was
I feel like
genius.
pockets on a crew neck are weird.
No, it's so comfortable.
I feel like that's the ultimate, like you got to be 85 or older to be able to wear that. Like otherwise you're a weirdo.
No, you're missing out if you don't have one.
Big time missing out. I must be
You
because
know.
I never, yeah, no. I just have regular crew necks, no pockets or hoodies with the pocket.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hoodies are great. I love me some hoodies. Um, but some about a nice fitting crew neck does well for you. Long
I feel
sleeves
that.
are really where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. Totally
I
agree.
much prefer long sleeves to short sleeves.
Yeah.
Are
I,
you
I,
wearing a
I
long
can
sleeve
get
right
down with
now?
it. I am.
Weren't you just complaining about the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in long sleeves, bro.
Well, yeah, because I mean, normally, when I'm not in this closet, it's nice and cool in the house, so you wear a long sleeve. But right now, it's just hot in here. I didn't think you wanted me recording without a shirt on, so I left it on.
Me, and the listeners appreciate that.
The listeners have no idea. I mean, now they do, but for all they knew, I could be wearing a tuxedo right now.
We would appreciate that as well. You'd be looking stylish in a tuxedo.
I'll dress up for the next potty.
So the age old question that I wanted to get back to,
Yeah,
as we just
about
literally
One
we
Piece.
literally just sat here and rambled about absolutely nothing. I mean, that's the point of this podcast. I understand the purpose, but we literally
But
sat here and
sometimes it
talked about nothing.
shocks me. And
Yeah,
sometimes it shocks me. Like, Alex, what y'all talking about? I'm like, I don't know. I think
like
we talked.
absolutely nothing. We literally just sat here. Like I had my feet up on my desk, just straight chilling. Um, but okay, the age old question, and this could hit some people the wrong way.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's very controversial, Christopher.
I think I know where you're going with this. Let's hear it.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with this. Um,
Is it because I think that's a very hot debated topic.
but see, and I don't know because what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie?
Correct. Is it just that it's set around Christmas? If that's the case, Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Because
Takes place around Christmas.
Home Alone, how is that a Christmas movie? You know what I mean?
Very
Because that
true.
was
Very true.
so. I would say I've never seen Die Hard, but I would say
You've
yeah,
never seen Die Hard?
never seen Die Hard. Never been
Wow.
like a big Bruce Willis guy. So
Wow.
when I first started getting into movies, he was in Friends. I did not like his character. So I was like, I don't want to watch any of these movies. And it made me mad, just like that was such a big deal. Like people cared so much on whether it was or wasn't a Christmas movie. I just never got
Wow.
around to watching it. So I don't know why people would consider it one, but because people do consider it, I'm like on the bandwagon of like, yeah, it is a Christmas movie. If it
So,
covers Christmas, then yeah. I mean, it's like there's two worlds of Christmas movies. There's like ones that like they actually show you Christmas and like all that, or some that are just filmed around the time of Christmas.
yeah, so it's filmed around the time of Christmas. I believe there's presents involved,
Okay, okay.
in some way, shape, or form.
Christmas tree with lights on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
Christmas
not a
movie.
focal point of the movie, but yeah, they're there.
Do we have any Christmas songs in the movie, even for a split second?
That I cannot answer.
Okay. And I'm just making up these questions because there's not like a rule book for this. So
Yeah, oh yeah.
because you said no, I'm not saying oh that doesn't make it one. I'm just trying to get a feel for this.
So let me ask you this, because I think this plays into it. If there is a movie that is 120 minutes long, okay, so it's a
Hmm.
2 hour movie, and there is one scene that is under 5 minutes, right, with a Christmas tree and a Christmas song and around Christmas time, is it a Christmas movie?
And the rest of the movie, it's regular, just summer, whatever,
Just summer,
action movie.
spring, fall, yep, whatever.
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no. So
I mean, I would agree with you there.
I like if Die Hard is like just shot and the entire thing is like December 15th through the December 20th, and like you occasionally see a Christmas tree and no music, and somebody opens one gift, I would say that's a Christmas movie because
Okay.
they made a point to like, hey, this is shot in December. Like this movie's December.
Yeah, like making it very clear, like where it's at.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, I would agree. I tend to fall in the category of, I mean, first off, does it really matter? Like, it's
exactly.
not life and death for anyone. Second off, if some type of focal point in the movie is a Christmas related thing, whether it be a Christmas tree with lights, whether it be they're going to look at lights, whether it be a song, like we would put it in the Christmas category.
So the
You
2 hour
know?
question you asked me, would you consider that Christmas?
No, because I don't think a focal point is under 5 minutes of a
Okay.
movie,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, I
I
think
get
I
that.
think you need a little bit greater of time, and it's one scene, right? So like,
Yeah.
what popped into my head when I was saying this, the movie is it Friends with Benefits or is it? It's the one with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, friends with benefits.
Is it that one or No Strings Attached? I get
Those
those two
strings
confused.
attached is Ashton Kutcher and
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's the one with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake, and like the focal point of that movie is not around Christmas, but some of those
agreed.
scenes are shot around Christmas time, and you see a Christmas tree, or I don't think you hear any songs, but like I
Yeah,
think one of the flash mob scenes is Christmas time,
I would say that one's not a Christmas movie.
and I would put that not as a Christmas movie. So
Yeah, yeah,
okay, I think we solved the age old debate,
yeah.
right here, real time.
And I think
Um,
people need to take what our thoughts are on what makes one and what doesn't make one a Christmas movie, and just make that like the report card for all of them. Like
yeah,
Chris and Austin, here's what they said. Here's how we're gonna start judging these movies. It makes the
yeah.
world a lot simpler.
Yeah, and if you need a formal report card as you want to report on it to someone, let us know.
Austin will make it. Yeah,
Austin will make it in Excel. He's got plenty of time and
and he
and
loves
loves
Excel. Oh
Excel.
boy, oh boy.
He's a big fan of Excel. So, um, I want to talk about this, but I want to save it for next week because I want
Okay,
you to make sure you've done your research. I don't know if you fully watched the video.
okay,
So, in your household, meaning your current household, um, you're a big Barstool guy,
okay.
right?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm a big Barstool guy anymore, but you could go ahead.
Okay, used to be a big Barstool guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Fine. So we all used to talk about the one bite challenge, right?
yeah.
The one bite, everybody knows the rules when it comes to pizza. Dave Portnoy goes around, tests the pizza place. He did the one that is the favorite in Texas or in Houston area that we
Romano's Pizzeria, yes, sir.
yeah, exactly. So there was one he did, I assume late last week, this
Mhm.
week, late last week, could have been a week before, by the time the news hits Yahoo, my only news source.
Yeah,
Um
we know.
and the pizza owner and him like got into a very heated debate.
Oh, Okay.
So I want to know your thoughts on it. I
Okay.
want to know your thoughts on what is it like the one bite challenge. He buys the pizza from the pizzeria. He goes and stands on the sidewalk and he records, right?
Mhm.
Are you for that? Are you against that? He gave this place a bad rating based on the yelling. I want you to listen to the conversation.
Okay.
I want you to look at it and I want to discuss thoughts on it.
Okay.
A little bit of drama, a little bit of Barstool, Dave Portnoy, and we'll go from there.
Okay. I'm interested to see it, and I would be happy to discuss it next week.
Yeah, so look forward to that next week. Next Friday, September 15th, new podcast coming out.
Let's go. And for Chris and Austin, we love you guys. Until next time, always remember, we can't change the world unless we ramble. Keep on rambling.